So today I'm going to be showing you how to apply false eyelashes. I have a lot of experience applying false lashes. I have gone through a lot of trial and error in applying them on myself as well as on other people. I first started applying false lashes when I was probably around like 10 years old, and that is only because I was a ballerina. I've been a dancer my whole life, and for recitals you have to wear a full face dramatic makeup including false lashes. So going from that and then getting into the makeup industry, having to apply it on myself and on other clients became a part of my day-to-day routine. So I really hope that you guys enjoy these tips and tricks on how to apply them, and if you want to see exactly how I do it, then just keep watching. The brand of lashes that I'm using today I've actually never used before, and I guess it's kind of dumb to do in an eyelash video, but whatever, I'm all about taking risks. So I'm using the Blinking Beaute Lashes. They're in the number 6. I usually use the Velour Lashes, but I was all out of those. All of mine I've used for a really long time, and I ordered these and Velour Lashes on the same day, and Velour Lashes are not here yet. So I'm going to use these. You want to make sure that before you go ahead and start applying your lash, you want to make sure that you have everything that you're going to need. So here I'm using these tweezers. You can just use your fingers. You can use an eyelash tool applicator to apply them, whatever is easier for you. If you are going to be wearing eyelashes for a special event, then I would definitely suggest practicing before the day of, so you can kind of nail it before you have to look good for your special day. I also have some eyelash glue. This is the Duo eyelash adhesive in the dark tone. When I worked at MAC, we used the one that's in the white and blue case. It's supposed to go on clear. I had the hardest time applying lashes on people when I used that glue, partially because I hate MAC eyelashes, but also the glue I just felt like didn't get tacky fast enough, and I always had to end up going over top of it with their eyeliner again, just because I don't feel like it dries clear completely. This one is definitely easier to hide unless you are using eyelashes that are a different color than black, or if you're not wearing eyeliner that day, then I would say to use the clear one. I do definitely recommend to wear eyeliner when you are applying lashes, just because it's easier to hide, especially if it is, you know, your first time wearing lashes. Definitely wear some eyeliner on the top, just because then it can help to kind of hide the band. So I'm gonna go right into them, and I'm gonna pull right at that extra piece right there where that extra band is. Just like so. So you can see here I have this extra piece of band. I'm also holding it over on this side. As you can see, here is the extra. So I'm going to start by trimming off just that extra piece of the strip on the inside. Just make sure that you don't trim any of the hairs because you want it to be more gradual. So I'm just trimming off that extra strip, not any hairs at all or anything. I could get some scissors that work. The scissors that I used were these ones. I got them in gratis from when I worked at Sephora. They are the Tweezerman tweezers. I think that they're technically used for cuticles, but the ones that I used to use, I think these are from Revlon. They're just fine. I definitely think having some kind of cosmetic scissors to trim them is easier, because I used to use kitchen scissors and it's much easier to make a mistake when you have bigger scissors like that. I'm also going to trim off that extra strip on the outside as well without trimming off any of the hairs. So I've already applied my mascara, and the reason that I do that is because if you apply your mascara afterwards, it can definitely look less real. It looks a little bit more fake in my opinion. I do think that it's okay to put a little bit at the base after you have your lashes on, but I definitely would not take it up through your lashes, because that's when it can tend to look a little fake and just not so real looking. Any kind of mink lashes like the ones that I'm going to be using, they actually suggest that you don't even put mascara on in the first place, just because it can dull the life of your lashes. I think as long as you clean your lashes with a non-oily makeup remover afterwards, it's okay, but again, just you want to keep it at the base. But if you put mascara on beforehand, you shouldn't really have to do that. I've been applying false lashes for years. I grew up as a ballerina, so for all of our recitals and things like that we would have to wear false lashes. So I definitely did not know about cutting them. I didn't know that was a thing. So you can grab like a compact that has a mirror inside of it, or you can just get super close to your mirror that you're using. I know that when I was in dance I would just use a bathroom mirror and get all up in its grill, or you can use just a small mirror that stands on your table. I have one here, but I really don't use it because I use this mainly. But I do have to say it was kind of hard to get used to using a compact mirror like this, but just from doing videos it's easier that way. I like to use my tweezers when I apply it. It's just easier for me. If you grab them too close to the end, it can kind of bend the lash and kind of ruin the shape that it gives. So I like to grab them right at the base and right in the center. So I'm going to put my chin up and put the mirror straight, so you're kind of looking down into your mirror. You can do it looking straight ahead as well, totally up to you, and see what works best. I like to come above and over my eye, if that makes any sense. So you don't want to come at it like this. I find it easier to come up and above like this, so you're kind of placing it downwards on your lash. So I'm first, without any glue on it, going to measure it out. Holy crap, this is a long lash. So any of this extra lash I'm just going to trim off so that it doesn't look crazy. So again, you just want to trim from the outside, not the inside. I wish that I had known that growing up in dance, because I would not have looked as crazy. Where are my scissors? My scissors. So I just cut a little bit off, just kind of how we did it earlier when we just cut the band. And I'm going to try it on. Okie dokie smoky. So I've trimmed off about 4, I want to call them wefts, like extensions, but they're not. I guess like if you look really close to your lash, you can see where the lashes are kind of binded. I took off like 4 chunks. So this is what I'm left with here. Let me grab it with my tweezers. So that's what the lash looks like now. Because I'm right-handed, I'm going to grab this with my left and apply the glue straight to the lash. That's all the glue I've got on there. Now, you will know when this is ready when it turns like a dark gray. Right now it's like a light gray color. When you have the white one, I believe it goes more of a clear E color on the lash. The longer you wait, the better. I usually wait about a minute. If you put it on right now, it's not going to stick at all, and it's going to make a mess on your eye. So that's why I say to practice before your special event or whatever you've got going on, because then you can kind of get the feel for how it works and stuff like that. If you are a professional makeup artist and you do it on other people, or if you are running out of time and you need it to go a lot quicker, you can actually take a little bit of your glue and put it on like a metal surface, or just another surface that you want, even if you want to use it on your plastic piece that came with it. I don't suggest that as much because I actually keep these cases for when I take these off to store in, and then they stay nicer that way. But then you can grab like a Q-tip or a toothpick or something and dip it into that and then glide it on after it has sat on that surface for a little bit and gotten tacky there, instead of getting tacky on your lash. That's just another tip. It helps you to be a little bit more efficient because then it's getting tacky while you can do other things. Here's what it looks like now. You can see it's like a dark gray color. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the lash. So again, I'm gonna go over top of my eye and I'm gonna go ahead and put it right in the middle first. I think that's just the easiest. I like it to be right over like my eyeball, over the iris area. So I go over top and I get it right in the center, and then I let go. So right now it's only holding on by the center. Now I'm gonna get the outside. If I can get it. And now the inside. So now that it's on there, it's tacked on in all 3 spots. I think having a 3-point way of putting it on is definitely the easiest I've found in my experience. Now I'm going to turn my tweezers to the side and push them together with your real lashes. I've gone in and gone this way to do that, and I poke my eye almost every time. So if you turn yours sideways, it's so much easier. So I'm just squeezing those. Careful not to squeeze your skin too. I've done that, and oh, that hurts so bad. I think when you raise your eyebrows too, it definitely helps. Now I like to take the other end of my tweezers and kind of open up really wide and push them upwards. After you've got them on there super secure. Oh my god, and you can't even feel these. These are so lightweight compared to my Velour Lashes. These are so much more lightweight. It's really exciting. Oh, they're so pretty. And now with my left eye, because I'm right-handed, it can be kind of tricky, but what I've learned is to put in my right hand and go over top of it like this. Not like this, because it's going to be so hard to do that. Come from the right and go over top of your eye, and then I'll even rest my hand on my forehead. So I did the 3-point thingy where you got the inside and then the outer corners. It doesn't matter which one you do first. Now I'm going to come in, I go around this way. I mean, you can go in this way, whatever, and just squeeze those together. So now you just want to check and make sure that you cannot see the band of your lash, because the whole point is to make them look as natural as possible. So you could go over top of it with your eyeliner. I used Inglot, but I feel like when you use that dark tone glue, you really cannot see unless you put a little bit too much glue on. So I'm just going to check now, but I think I'm good. I'm just going to leave it. I don't like to use excessive amount on there because, again, adding any other products to your lashes is just going to dull the life of them and they won't last as long. Now you just want to make sure that they're comfortable. You should really not be able to feel them. I mean, you'll feel that you have lashes on, that you obviously have like extra weight, but it should not hurt. You shouldn't have poking, you shouldn't have any kind of irritation. One more thing that I forgot to mention, that with any lashes that you have, you want to take the glue off of the band once you're done. When you take them off, you will have some glue on them. The faster you take that glue off, the better, because if you wait for it to dry, then it can take so long to take off, and if you wait for it to dry and you take off the glue, sometimes it takes out the hairs. Just thought I'd mention that because a lot of people forget to mention that in their videos, and it's very important to know that. You don't want to like put glue on top of old glue because it just looks gross that way, first of all, and it's just not going to look real. So just a tip. So that completes everything for this tutorial. I really hope that this was helpful for you. If you have any questions that I didn't answer in this video, please let me know down below. Thanks again so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.